$WARD nigga. NAYIMED.
Well, I don't know my Instagram password, apparently. And that's okay. Because I know what I'm going to say anyway. We back in this bitch like a second pregnancy. Welcome to the channel. My name is Nayim. I am your host. Bruh, Gunna thinks we are stupid. He's playing in our face at this point. It's one thing. It's not even really one thing. But it actually is one thing to be a rat. Especially on the nigga who basically made you. The motherfucker who brought you to us and conditioned us so much to like you. I mean, because you do make good music. But I'm sorry, making good music is just not fucking enough when we talk about how despicable, how traitorous, how treacherous you are to go into the courtroom and you can't even sacrifice a few years of your life. You still would have been rich. People still would have loved you. You would have came out solid. Everything would have been fine. And you probably, to be realistic, you probably wouldn't have got no more than 3 years. That's something else. But for you to turn on the one person who gave a fuck enough to pull you out of the mud, gave a fuck enough to make you a multimillionaire, put you in a position where you can basically, live everybody's dream, because most rappers don't make it. For you to turn on him and say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Why? Because my thing is, when they was asking you, was YSL a gang? You said yes. When they asked you, was YSL, did you have knowledge of crimes that was committed and you would know and you would come and testify? You said yes, you would, bitch. And there is video fucking evidence. Ain't nobody do no AI generation on you. Ain't nobody do no goddamn. That video wasn't fake. That was straight up raw cell phone footage of you in there saying you would testify and walking out of there with 100 years probation. It's one thing to be that, but then you gonna get on Instagram and play in our face, talk about niggas acting like it's Swiss side. I'm trying to log in. I don't even know my fucking password. Shows how much I be on this bitch. Maybe that's the password, but that's not the password. They're gonna lock me out of this shit in a minute. But there's a picture on his Instagram. He just finally came out the goddamn woods to say something, talking about, oh, niggas act like it's something about switching sides. YSL the label. Bro, you just said YSL was a gang. Stop fucking playing so much. So you're gonna dance around in our face talking about Free Thug, R.I.P. Key, and all this shit. You calling Key your twin and all this other shit, and then you sitting in your goddamn I can look at the picture. They just won't let me click on it on the computer. I just can't believe I don't know my password. But like, you sitting there with your head down, probably in fucking shame. I hate these people playing in our face. Like, you being rich, just fuck everything else. You being rich, it's okay. It's like, hey, I told to save myself. I told to get out. It's okay. Look at my house, guys. I'm back home. And it's still Free Thug, and it's still this. And Got It, Lil Key's little brother, came out and was like, fuck this nigga. Unfunk came out, I think, and said something like, my thing is, bro, stop playing in people's face. You already told. You can't come home and then try to. I hate people trying to spin the narrative like they didn't do what they just did. I hate people playing games like they didn't come out here and do the worst possible thing that you can do, aside from some type of heinous sex act, which is turn on your people, betray your people. You don't have to answer to me. I don't give a fuck. You have to answer to all those people you turned your back on when they would have probably, and my thing is them standing there. You was the first one to fold, from what I fucking remember. You was the first bitch out of the group to just fall. And then that's when everybody else started. Lil Duke didn't tell. He just, they just gave him a deal to get him the fuck out the way because you decided to be the first domino to fall. I can't stand this nigga playing in our face like we dumb, like we supposed to be happy that you free. No, we're not happy you're free. A nigga might be like, oh, I don't want to see no black man in jail, and I don't want to see that. But bro, this nigga told on the one person who meant the most to his fucking career. We don't want to hear your music. I don't want to hear this nigga after this. And not even because I'm just so old anti-snitch or none of that. I'm not gonna be out here telling, but I'm not even on that side of the argument. I'm on the side of the argument that a nigga put his credibility and put everything on the line and exhausted everything into you, the biggest selling artist, the biggest artist on the label, and you couldn't just return it by keeping your fucking mouth shut. Do y'all remember that biker? There was like that racist biker gang. They got into like a fucking gunfight with the cops. And it was like 60 of them or some shit. And then like nobody said nothing. And everybody got to go home. Why you couldn't just keep your fucking mouth closed? That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not turning on. If I consider you mine, and you consider me yours, if you my brother and I'm your sister, I'm not turning on you. I would pretend I didn't know who you fucking was, or say this is strictly entertainment, this is strictly a business. I would pretend I didn't know you before I told on you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like, no, I don't really, whatever. I don't have nothing to say about that. I would just not talk. I would not say. I would answer no questions. I would not talk. I would not say anything before I told on you. People are fucking crazy. And he's not the only, he did this because he saw that other people did it and it was okay. You think you about to get the Alpo treatment coming home. Yeah, you're going to get that Alpo treatment. Somebody going to eventually knock your motherfucking ass off. 2 points, 3 points, 4 points for Gunna. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you're going to get treated. You're going to get treated like every other rap. You're going to get treated like 6ix9ine. You didn't come home a king. You came home a rat. A rata. You came home disgusting and despicable. And stop playing it. I hate a nigga playing in our face. I can't stand, like, that's basically all I wanted to say today. Is like, I cannot stand this nigga playing in our face. I got my goddamn shit back, man. We had a little bit of a delay because my goddamn thing broke the other day, so that's why we wasn't on camera. But we back on camera. We working. We getting shit together. I'm on this nigga Instagram page. He's like Grammy nominated for the best rap song, Pushing P. Y'all niggas is something else, bro. Goddamn tattletale ass niggas make me goddamn sick. My name is Nayim.
Nayimedward $, nigga. Nayimmed.